Talk about like the weaving and the threading. My next movie starts with opening a time capsule from childhood.
Stop it.
No, I'm dead serious. All
Okay,
right,
this
so
is
we're supposed to be having
crazy.
this conversation today.
I'm so glad you told me that story.
This is so cute. First of all, I love the direction you're coming at this from, which is how other people tell our stories versus how we tell them. That's something that has been a major part of my life.
Hmm.
Projection and other people telling my story. And I haven't had a lot of energy to deal with any of it or to try to shape the narrative up until now because I was so busy living my life. There's a lot of trauma in my 30s, and now that I'm through sort of the main crux of the transformational process I went through, like my creative force is coming back and I'm writing a book and I'm reclaiming the narrative from where it's been distorted. But I think that's what
That's
we're all
beautiful.
doing as a collective right now, particularly those of us who are in female bodies. It's like we're reclaiming a
Hmm.
narrative that was distorted and stolen. So I'm just one small part of that. I don't know how would I describe it on Wikipedia. I'm gonna leave it to you because I feel
Yeah.
like you've
Well,
got
I'm
this.
going to take this. I'll just take that and then I'll just copy and paste
Yeah,
your.
that would be. I would love if my Wikipedia started from that.
Yeah.
Reclaiming the narrative from the distortions. Just start the
Oh
whole
my
thing
God,
with
that's
that.
really, honestly, I'm going to get in there and edit it.
Oh my gosh. I mean, I came into this conversation expecting to talk about the wedding veil.
Oh,
So
we can also do that. I can cancel it.
Who are you trying to convince?
that's in process. That's literally the work of my soul right now. Every time I do a movie, there's always something that I'm learning and exploring about myself. And sometimes I'm not even the one, the original. Often I'm not the original generator of it. I want to give a shout out to Lacey Chabert for being the one
Mhm.
who, drove the car behind the Wedding Veil movies, like making that happen so that we changed the formula of the type of projects that Hallmark was putting forward. And so sometimes I'm literally in the middle of the project and realize it exactly applies to my life. It's the exact medicine I
Right.
need. My characters saying lines that I need to hear. Sometimes in the
Hmm.
middle of a scene, I'm suddenly shocked because I realize that I'm talking to me through my line.
Life is full of risk. You never know what's going to happen, but if you don't take chances, then you will never know what you're capable of.
Like it's so multi-layered in those moments. I always find that art is overlapping with
Hmm.
with our reality. What you're highlighting for me and showing me is in this theme of coming home that overlays perfectly with the journey of the human psyche with individuation,
Mm.
as Jung put it, because it's the desire to come home, to come back home to the heart. And even
Totally.
when we have these love stories, the male female love story, we're looking for the union, for the hieros gamos, for the inner union within
Hmm.
us. And that's actually like the higher layer that's on top of these movies, even though they seem very simple and formulaic. It's like there's
There's so many.
that universal archetype of homecoming and
Yeah.
sacred union that's underneath them. If you want to look at it that way, which I like to.
No, 100%. This is the only way I look at it.
I'm getting to know myself again, and for that, I could not be more grateful.
These movies can be medicine. It's funny, my collaborator on a project I have in development for them just messaged me this morning. She was speaking at an event, and a man came up to her and said how much our movie meant to him because it got him through the death of his son in a motorcycle accident. So the ability that these movies have to get us through the journey of being human, I think
Hmm.
is often underestimated in the mainstream
Very.
media. I don't think it's ever really been seen, how much these movies impact our culture, um, as far as getting people through being human. Hallmark came into my life and supported me as a young mom and then as a young single mom. The only network who would have flown my children and given me what I needed as a mother to be able to do my job and do my job.
For a long time, I felt like I needed to be the one to hold everything together.
my life was falling apart, and I called my managers and I was like, you guys, you can't pitch me for any more TV series because I can't do it. I was like, this is not worth it. I'll figure out something else to do. It's not
Yeah.
worth it. And so Hallmark made it possible. Literally without Hallmark is the reason that I'm able to still offer my gifts as an actress into the world.
Totally.
And to be the type of mom that I want to be. When I started producing for Hallmark, the first movie I did was called The 27-Hour Day, and it was about slowing down, and it was about learning to breathe. And of course, we can't stop. We're in the modern world. There's the realities of it. You know, I've got to get up and make breakfast for my kids and get them to school and sign the school paper and go do this thing. There's all of that reality. But I think a lot of us would find that there's a lot that we can clear out that is noise. And that's what I wanted to put forward when I first started putting my voice into these movies.
This quiet stillness is making me more open, more perceptive, more alive.
Most of the stories that I'm interested in have a touch of magic, and they involve thresholds, which is different ways to talk about awakening or the changing of form. The musical that I'm co-writing is
Yeah, that sounds so cool.
I'm pretty stoked on it. It takes forever to get a musical made, and who knows if it will ever be seen in the main stage world. But it's been really beautiful to work on it. I used to love The Princess Bride because it has everything in one movie. All the characters are great. The dialogue's great. It's funny. It's sad. There's adventure. There's love. It's so good.
Did you watch the DIY adaptation of it that I think took place during COVID, where celebrities got together and like shot the different scenes in their homes?
Why didn't anybody call me?
Yeah, I know. This is insane. Well, you can do it. We can do it now.
I should just by myself.
Yeah. A one woman show. Yeah, this is perfect.
Nancy Drew was a
classic.
huge, yeah. I think I still have all of them. Read all of them.
Oh, so
loved
good.
Nancy Drew. Loved Encyclopedia Brown. Loved this horse series called Linda Craig Horse Detective. Yeah, I just wanted to be in the books, I think is where it came from. And then I saw a play when I was like 6 or 7 and just had an immediate, I do that. That's what I want to do. There wasn't a lot of wavering. It was like, no, that's what I'm going to do. And so I did. There was a woman who came to my school when I was maybe in 2nd grade. Her name was Fritzy. Fritzy, of course. She was the first person I met to identify as a storyteller. I just remember the essence that she carried. She made such a big impact on me, and I love Clarissa Pinkola Estes now. I think she wrote Women Who Run with the Wolves. She is medicine, her way of writing about story. I went to one of her storytelling workshops in Colorado called Original Voice. So I'm constantly working to find my voice. I don't even think I found it yet, to be completely honest. I think I'm just at the beginning of that journey. I think a lot of women really struggle in that because our voices have been suppressed. So I think when we're working to find our voice, we're often working through a lot of ancestral wounds as well. And so I'm still working on it, but I'm an example of like, you know, you don't have to be perfect to start, and you don't have to have it all figured out. And I thought you did for a long time. I'm just starting from where I'm at, and I'm at least finally at a place where I'm not going, I have nothing to say, which is where I was stuck for a long time.
Right.
For me, I have nothing to say. Sure, all those things can be true for these people, but these people might want to hear what I have to say. So why am I focusing on these people? You know?
Being known and loved for who you really are, that's what matters.
She's crazy.
Great question.
I literally just said storytelling and mother. I didn't really formulate the question very well.
No, but I just thinking about how much story impacts all of us when we're growing up. How much the family narrative impacts us, for better or worse. All these stories I was told by the extended family, by the culture, which is the extended family, by the collective. Are these stories true? Are these the stories that are going to serve our highest becoming
Right.
as humanity? Like, that's where I'm interested in taking this. Like, yeah, okay, we have the microcosm, which is the kids at home. And yes, do we tell the story of giving up, or do we tell the story of resilience?
Okay. I know this is scary, but sometimes if we want things to change, we have to be the one to make the first step.
That extends to the human family beyond. They're one and the same. And my interest as a storyteller, which it sounds like is similar in your work as well, is to provide a larger, more helpful framework for people to work from, to build stories that uplift all of us, that provide resilience, that provide connection, as opposed to stories of despair and destruction.
We only have so much time, which is our most precious commodity. So we have to use it now and use it well. I hope you'll join me.